My name is Kayla Toure, and I am the National American Miss Teen. I'm very excited for this episode of Namish. I am interviewing Briana Florexli. She was the former National American Miss Junior Teen, and she was also the former International Miss Teen. And I'm so excited to interview her. I had a really good day, guys. I just got done my photo shoot less than 30 minutes ago. My last farewell photo shoot. So I can't wait to see those pictures. I'm very excited. And it's been a photo shoot that I've been waiting for at least 3 months. I had my outfits planned like 4 months ago. So I'm very happy on how successful it was. I'm just gonna wait until Briana hops on here so we could chat about her whole journey. Nationals is less than 2 weeks, and I do not have any of my wardrobe ready except for my crowning gown. I'm still getting all of my other attire ready. I'm probably gonna finalize it tomorrow. I'm someone where I like doing last minute stuff. Okay, Briana's on. Okay, let me see if she's added. Also, guys, let me know if my Wi-Fi is not good. Okay, awesome. Yay!
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, yes. It's crazy because I feel like I say this with a lot of the guests, but every single person that I like speak to, I'm always fangirling over. And something that I have always remembered about you is your quiet confidence that you have, and I have honestly admired that so much about you from when you had your National American Miss Junior Teen title and when you competed and won that IJM Teen title. So I'm just so honored to be interviewing you. I'm so excited. So introduce yourself, all the titles that you've captured, and some fun facts that we may not know about you.
I'm so excited. I was waiting and I was like, oh my gosh, because like before an interview, you always get like the little jitters before. So I was just waiting here. I was like, okay, I need to like distract myself or something.
Okay. So I know I kind of already said it in the mini bio, but I kind of want you to talk to us about it. So what titles have you captured? I know it's been so talk to us about that, and honestly, just your pageant journey overall.
Yeah, the National American Miss Junior Teen title back in 2017, and I captured the International Junior Miss Teen title back in 2020. So it hasn't been too long since I gave up my IJM title, which was obviously a bittersweet moment, but I was super excited to meet my successor and just to watch her journey with the title. And I actually met her during my photo shoot when we met back up with the girls. I had met her then because she was doing my hair, so she was like doing my curls. So I met her then, and then she was like, oh, do you remember me? I was like, yeah, you and your mom were helping me with my hair and makeup at the photo shoot. She's like, yeah, a lot of people didn't recognize me. I was like, of course. So she was like super excited, and just learning how long she's been competing with IGM, I was like, girl, you got this. Like, there's no reason to be nervous or scared. Just have fun. That's like the whole point of it, is to just gain the experience, meet new people, and just have fun, essentially. But I am, I guess, known for winning multiple talent titles from the beginning of my pageant career up until my last title, which was the IJM Teen. Yeah, so I guess everyone knows me for the streak that I've been going on with my title wins for talent. But yeah.
I love that, and I put that in the bio too. I think Michaela posted about it, and I was like, oh my goodness! And I've actually heard you sing before, and I'm trying to figure out where I heard you sing, but I know I heard you sing, and you have such an angelic, beautiful voice. So it's obvious that competition with you for talent is you're not gonna compare. was like, no, don't do talent. And Brianna's coming.
No, people tell me that all the time. They'll always ask me, like, are you doing talent? I was like, yeah, I always do talent. They're like, oh my goodness. No. I was like, no, don't think of it like that. Like, everyone just have fun because talent is the time where you get to show the audience your passion and what you love to do. So it's not all about the winning. It's just having fun, whether it's dancing, singing, or playing an instrument, or doing a monologue, or acting, or whatever the case may be. It's just expressing your talents to other people. So.
Yeah. And so my next question for you is, since you won two major titles in two different systems, do you feel like your reigns were very different? Were there like different expectations that you had to meet for both titles? Or do you feel like
Um, because they were different titles and essentially a different pageant, but under one umbrella, they are different expectations only because with National American Miss winning back in 2017, and I was still young, so it was more of like you're expected to go around to as much states as you can to help out, talk with other young girls or even girls your age. But with IJM, it's more of like, okay, you have an international sash on you, that you are now speaking to not only girls within the United States, but you're also reaching out to girls from different countries all over the world. So that was more of like, oh my goodness, it seems like more of like it's like more task kind of, but in a good way because you're getting to reach out and speak to multiple different people all around the world at this point. So I was super excited, and everyone knows that I am such a travel junkie. I love to travel. So when I won IJM, I was super stoked. I was like, oh my goodness, I can talk about my platform. I can meet new girls from different countries, learn about their cultures, because my family and my friends know that I love learning about different cultures, different languages, different foods. So I was super excited, but it is like completely different in a sense of like how many people you're reaching out to.
definitely, well, I just want to commend you because I feel like on both of your reigns, you did honestly a perfect job. But for me, especially when you were the IJM team, you were so photogenic. Like, oh my, you sent me your headshot. I was like, oh my gosh, like you are so beautiful. And even going live with you, like, guys, comment down below because Briana is so beautiful.
Thank you.
And I remember, I think this because I think you might have been, I think you were sitting with, were you sitting with Jamacia during check-in?
Yeah.
Or I remember my mom looked at your pamphlet that you gave me. She was just like, oh my God, like, why are they so gorgeous? Like, they're so beautiful. So I love that. Do you feel like your preparation was different? I know IJM was different. Portion.
Um, when it comes to preparation, I feel like they were almost the same, like exactly the same. I think the only thing was more of just like because IJM is so fashion forward, it's like you have to think of it as a sense of like, okay, everything is like almost based on like your stage presence and how you carry yourselves. More as of NAM is more of like, okay, we're preparing you for like real life situations. So they were preparing me for interviews for whenever I go and look for a job, or just preparing me for public speaking or whatever the case may be. It's different in that aspect for when you're preparing for comp. So it was more of like, okay, I need to get this walk down. I need to know my routine. I need to make sure that my stage presence is on point. As with NAM, it's like, okay, I want to make sure that I can speak confidently and comfortably to the audience so they can see where I'm coming from, whether it's with my personal introduction or with my interview. So it's different when you think about it like that, but as far as like preparing for the whole week at nationals or internationals, it is basically the same.
Mm-hmm. And I think year before you, that was the year where they kind of like said the whole pageant powerhouse like announcement. So I mean, how did you feel about that? That you were literally still going to be connected with your name and all that?
Yeah, I was kind of shocked because I didn't know they were gonna say that. So everyone was kind of like, okay, whether you're doing NAM or you're doing IGM, like just go and ask Briana. I was like, oh, they're like, she's basically the representation of pageant powerhouse because she's won both national and international titles. So they're like, she's basically a pro at this. Like, she knows what she's doing. She could give you all the tips. And I'm like, oh, okay, girl. So I was more of like, oh my gosh. Because me and my mom, the amount of girls that were coming up to us and they're asking us for advice, what they should do, and if they're doing certain things correctly. And I've always been the type of person, like, when someone asks for advice, like, all I can really tell you is, like, no matter what system you're doing, to just be yourself, because that's who the judges are looking for. They're not looking for you to put on a facade or be a different person when you're on stage and off stage. You have to be yourself at all times because they're looking for a genuine person to carry this title on them. So I tell them the same thing every time. It doesn't matter what system they're doing. I'm like, just be yourself. Don't overthink things because that's what can get you nervous and like jumble up when you get on stage. So just calm down, breathe, and just enjoy the week that you're there. Like, just more focus on being comfortable, meeting new girls, and just having fun. Because if you just think about, oh my goodness, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Then it's not going to be a fun time. So they're like, oh, just go ask Bree. I'm like, I'm going to tell everybody the same thing. So
No, I definitely agree with you. And I feel like for me, competing in pageants, I didn't really understand when people tell me like, "Oh, just be yourself." I thought it was kind of like a code word, like, okay, it means something else. But it was not until when I went to nationals last year, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to just be my true authentic self. The judges like me, they like me. All that matters is that I was me. So I must definitely agree with you. My next question pertaining to the pageant powerhouse. And you're probably gonna be like, oh my gosh, Kayla, why do you know this? I did not do research. You and Keisha, were you guys sister queens when you were the NAM junior team?
yeah.
Because I think that's honestly like it's insane. Like that's so crazy.
Yeah, it was so crazy knowing that some of my sister queens from National American Miss were my sister queens again for IJM. It was actually no, it was all four of us. There was Landry, Keisha, and then there was Carlisle. So it was all of us again. And they were like, oh my gosh, welcome back, welcome back. So we were more of just like, because we knew each other for such a long time. And, of course, we had the two new girls that we were just meeting after everyone got crowned. So we never want to make anyone feel excluded. So we were just constantly around everyone to make it feel like a big group. So a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, it's like you girls, all of you have known each other for a long time. It's just we want to build that bond between us, whether it's with our sister queens from NAM or if it's just us. We just want to be a big family because that's essentially what it is. So a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, like what are the odds of everyone being sister queens again? And I was like, who knew that would happen? So
no, I literally love that. I was just like, oh my gosh. And like watching it, it's like, wow, I'm literally watching like something that's iconic happening. Um, my next question for you, IJM is very fashion forward. The girls that compete at IJM, they're like literally fashionistas. All their outfits, all their outfits are really on point. But I also feel like the girls that NAM, their outfits are always on point. But IJM is just like a different level. So talk to us a little bit about how you chose your wardrobe because I feel like that's honestly just a big hassle for all the girls that are competing.
yes, wardrobe, my fun fashion. I actually designed my fun fashion. So that was my piece that I created, and it was more of like a prototype. It was the only one that I created at the time. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the perfect time to wear it at IGM. because it was originally supposed to be red, but when I printed out the drawing and everything, it came out yellow for some reason. So I was like, let's just make it yellow. So that happened. With my formal gown, it was actually supposed to be the gown that I wore for talent. So that was supposed to be the original gown. But we ended up going back, and my mom saw the pink one, and I saw it too, but I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to try it on because I know if it fits, I'm going to want to have this as my gown. And it fit like a glove. There was no alterations needed for that dress. And I looked at my mom, I was like, we have to get the dress. Like, this has to be the dress. So that's how that came along. My interview dress is something that I had before when I wanted to try different systems. So it was more of like, I only wore it once, and my mom was like, this is a beautiful interview dress, you're gonna wear it again. So that's how everything came along, and everything happens for a reason. So everyone was like, oh my gosh, your theme is like pink and yellow, because that's all I was wearing really, was pink and yellow. So that was the theme, and that's how all that came along. So I was super, super excited to wear my fun fashion piece, only because I love designing and the fact that I got to bring it to life and wear it on stage. And this was something that I talked about with the judges too. So because I'm pretty sure I had fashion somewhere we started talking about fashion, and so I was like, oh my gosh, you know, my fun fashion piece, I designed it, it's mine, like I made it. So that was a whole thing, and I was super excited. So, and everyone was asking, where'd you get it, where'd you get it, where'd you get it? I was like, I designed it. I mean, more is coming soon, okay, soon. It's a whole thing that I am building up, that my family is helping me build up, and it's gonna be like a little family company. So hopefully when that drops, I will be letting everyone know, because everyone wants that fun fashion piece that I had.
So beautiful.
That is something in the future, God willing.
That dress, so beautiful. I cannot believe that you were gonna wear that for talent. I could just imagine how the dress that you were gonna like actually wear for formal would have been, because that pink dress is, and honestly, how different it looked than the red one that you wore when you won the junior team title. I mean, both so pretty.
Thank you. I feel like with the pink dress and the red dress, you can kind of see like the maturity level go up, and it was something very different. So it was no more overlay, but it was a straight down dress with a cape on the shoulders, which was very different for me. So I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to work this train? And I was like, it's not something I can like play with on the waist anymore. And I had to make it work. I was like, hey, this is new. I've never done anything like this before, but it was something that had to happen. I saw it, my mom saw it, and we're like, okay, that's it.
And I mean, you literally killed it. Like, this looks so amazing. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
She like, you're just on point with everything. Every time I see you on stage competing, like nothing bad can be said, because you always look amazing, and you honestly just always do a spectacular job.
Thank you.
You do on stage, and just overall, will we be seeing you compete again? I feel like that's a big question. Like, will you be competing anytime soon? Are you taking a break, kind of retirement?
Um, this was sort of my break time. This is the first time I've taken a break since I have started pageantry. So it felt very weird not practicing for comp, but I do plan on coming back to the pageant world, and it's going to be a big jump from where I left off. Next year, I will be doing Miss America. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'll be practicing for until, what is it? It's locals first and then state. So that's what I'll be practicing for. Everyone was asking, they're like, what are you doing? What's next? Like, you should do Miss America. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Because just watching it, I was like, I feel like everyone has their life figured out. And they're like, I'm working my dream job. I have my master's. And I'm like, I just want to accumulate more things under my belt first before I go and try it for the very first time. I think everyone was waiting for this big announcement. I will be trying Miss America, but I told my mom, I was like, once I do Miss America, I'm trying it for the experience. Whatever happens, happens. But after Miss America, that will be my last pageant, and I will be retiring, but I will always be a part of pageantry forever because it's my second home. So whether I'm competing or not, I will always be a part of it some way, whether I'm coming to support or if I'm judging in the future, who knows? But that's what we're doing.
Yeah, well, I feel so honored that you announced it on this live because I've been like, I'm like, yeah, oh my gosh, I could definitely see you be Miss America. And literally, since you win every single talent portion, you got this. Like,
Thank you. I'm a little nervous because it's a big jump. So, and you know, everyone knows that IJM is not like NAM. NAM has added on-stage question literally when I gave up my title in 2018. That's when they added on-stage question. So I have never done on-stage question yet. So that part is kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm a little nervous for that part because I've never done it before. But just from watching it, before I would watch Miss America and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm watching Miss America. I just want to know, I want to know who's going to win. But now I'm watching Miss America, I'm taking notes. I'm like, I need to know what I'm doing, what's going to happen, how's the whole system. But I did hear that Miss America is coming to Orlando for, you know, the big shablam. So I and my mother and my sisters will be going to watch in person to see it again in person, see what it's like. So now it's a different mindset. Now I'm going to like prepare myself for next year, God willing.
I'm excited for you. We will all be cheering you on.
Thank you.
Comment down below if you guys have any questions for Briana. I'm going to be uploading this on YouTube too. Wow, we talked about it a lot. I just cannot wait to see you compete for Miss America because I know you're just going to do so. Talk to us a little bit about your NAM journey. How many years have you like been competing at NAM, and how national title over there? Because I've been telling you this, like the NAM Junior Team title, that was a title that I was like, that's the title I want. Like, so talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, I have been doing NAM since I was 6, 7 years old, somewhere around that age. And the last time I competed was when I won nationals in 2017. So I've been going for that title consecutively, year after year after year. From doing NAM when I was younger, I was like, this is my dream title. Like, I will not stop until I have this sash on my body. Like, it was a goal, it was a dream. So I never gave up. I kept going year after year after year, no breaks. And it was actually one of the hardest year at NAM because there was a lot of former queens that were coming back to compete, and I was like, oh, I cannot psych myself out right now. I just want to have fun. Don't think about it too hard. Just meet new people. And with the whole journey, I was just learning so many new things. And it's like NAM is preparing you for the future without you even noticing. So with all the preparation, with introduction, interview, and just having that moment to, you know, be more talkative and meeting new girls, because everyone knows that when I started NAM, I was super, super shy. I did not talk to anyone. I was by my mom. If I was not with my mom, I was with my sister, and there was no one else. I was like, I am not an outgoing person. So with being through NAM for that many years and still going back every single year, whether to support or to cheer someone on, everyone is like, oh my gosh, you've matured so much. You are more outgoing. You can talk to people. And, I'll always be like more on the shyer side, but it's a lot better than where I started, because now I can just comfortably talk to people and I can make new friendships and meet new girls. And it's a blessing being able to be a part of the family. So that is a message I always tell people. If you want something, work for it, because you have to work for the things that you want in your life. So with me going back year after year after year, when I finally hit my moment, I was like, this is it. This is it. Literally, before I went on stage for finale, I prayed to myself. I was like, Lord, if this is my time to have this title, to be able to speak about my platform, educate young girls, and to be able to uplift people, then it is my time in your name. But if it's not, let thy name still be glorified, because if it's not my time, that means there was something else for me in the future. And that moment, when I was holding hands, I was like, oh my God, my mom was like, what did you say? I was like, I don't even know. I was so in shock at the fact that I was in that moment where you're about to be called as the winner, that I wasn't even thinking. And we all know Joy, Miss Joy, she likes to elongate stuff and make it suspense. I was like, I'm like, what are we doing? And that was the same year that Miss Joy was like, okay, we have a tie. Like, the scores are tied right now. So the judges had to talk to each other, and they were like trying to figure out, okay, now we have to like look for the nitty and gritty and like see. Yeah, that has never happened before. It was tied that year. So they were like, now they're looking for small details. They're like, okay, is she this and that? Is this and that? Is this and that? I was like, so we're waiting. Everybody's waiting, like, what's going on? This is the longest. Because Miss Joy, she had nothing else to say. She was like, I'm literally waiting for the judges, because now they have to like figure out how they're gonna break the tie. And when my name was called, when I tell you, I was like, I have never cried so fast. I have never cried so fast. I was like, this isn't real. This isn't real right now. And I was just so in shock at the fact that, one, I said the prayer that I said right before I went on stage. Two, there was a literal tie for the first time. And three, it's the fact that everybody knew how tough the competition was, and they were like, oh my goodness, like, if it's not Briana, like, I don't know. But in my heart, I was like, it's either me, or if it's not me, I will always be happy for the winner, because I know that somewhere in the future there's something bigger, there's something that was meant for me at that time. But I knew that something was telling me, like, okay, this is my year, because I had so much to give, I had so much to say and to talk about my platform that isn't spoken about very often. So I was able to educate girls and just talk to students about confidence and not giving up on your dreams. So that really put the cherry on top, because I was like, oh my gosh, after so many years, I finally hit the title. So it was a whole long journey. So after that, I was like, okay, what's next? I didn't know what to do next after that, because that was a goal that I have been saying since I was so young. So everybody knows how long I've been working for that title, but hard work always makes it to the end.
How you look for your face, because I look at something that's so important to me. So literally everything that you said, like, if it's your time, I'm still going to be thankful for the person that gets it. That was honestly literally my mindset. And I always tell people that. And I'm just so thankful to hear that you had a similar mindset. And everything happens for a reason. And you did phenomenal, like, phenomenal. Words cannot explain the impact that you had on me and so many other girls. Oh my God. That saying like the first time in history, that's crazy. What inspired you to do IJM?
I think because of the fact that I love to travel and I had never been outside the country, and I was like, okay, with being with NAM, I have been to almost every state. One day I want to leave the country and be able to talk to more girls about my platform, or just not giving up on their dreams, about confidence, whatever the case may be. So just watching it, and I've actually had a couple friends that have done IGN before, and they're like, girl, you should do it. It is so much fun. It's fashion forward. You love fashion. You like traveling. And da 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 da. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. I'll try it. The first time I tried AJM, it was under Nikki. And I was like, oh my goodness. It was a last minute thing. A last minute thing. And it was so different at that time, because when I got there, we're so used to having a number badge. And I was like, my mom was like, where's your number? Where's your number? I was like, what number? You didn't give me anything. So now we're freaking out. We're like, oh my goodness, I don't know where any of my stuff is. I don't know what I'm doing. And thank God I actually had someone there that met me when we were Princess, back when I was like 6 or 7. And she remembered me fast. And she happened to be competing that year as well. And she was the one that kind of like helped us out and, telling me how IJM is. And I had the time of my life. It was so relaxing in a way, knowing that the interview was going to be solely about you, what you like to do, what you plan to do in the future. And it was just a relaxing experience. And I was like, okay, I want to do it again. It was super fun. And everyone was so kind. And when I heard that it was going under Miss Kathleen and Mr. Mays, I was like, oh no, I have to do it again now. I have to do it again. And I did it again. So many new girls from so many different places. And I was like, oh my goodness. It feels like home, because I was seeing so many people that I have met before, that I was either close with or I was building a friendship with, and I was building even more friendships with girls I've never met before. So I was like, this is my chance. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to have so much fun, because now I am with my second family that has known me since I was a little tater tot. So I was just having the time of my life, meeting new people, and just having former sister queens from NAM being there as well. And I was like, wow, I think it was meant to happen for me to try it again at that time. And it just felt so familiar. So it was a little different, because, now it's under Miss Kathleen, and when I tried it the first time, it was under Nikki, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like feeling the rush the first time, but the second time I was so relaxed, I was so comfortable, and I just kept on how I always keep my head on my shoulders, my mindset. The same way I was thinking for NAM is the same exact way I will always think for any future competitions. So I was like, hey, whatever happens, happens. I will always be happy for the winner. And, I will always be their number one cheerleader. And I think giving up my title was like a bittersweet moment, but I was so excited. I was so excited because I feel like they get to experience a whole new world having the IJM title. So I was super happy, and shout out to my girl Jordan, because she was such a good friend, and I was so excited. So when it was just a funny story because she was also wearing pink. So she was like, maybe your pink will give me good luck. So I was like, oh my gosh, you are so right, because she was competing with a pink dress and everyone knew my dress was pink from when I was competing. So when she said that, that was a little bit before finale, I believe. So it was just so funny, the coincidence when she said that, and then she happened to be the girl that I crowned. So I was just so excited, and I've watched her reign, and she has done a beautiful job. I'm so proud of her. And I'm so proud of you guys for how you guys have shared all the love and the confidence to all the girls who are going to compete at nationals this year. So I would love to give a round of applause to all of you girls and how beautifully you have, held your title. And I'm so excited to see you guys again because I will be there supporting everyone. So I cannot wait to see everyone again at nationals and internationals.
Well, first, I want to thank you, and that's why I feel like doing this Instagram live series is so special because, yes, as current title holders, we're doing a great job, but I feel like we wouldn't be who we are, we wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for title holders like you and that I kind of created the cement for the pavement, created the stairs for us to walk on. Like I said earlier, your reign was so impacting for me. You were such a phenomenal title holder, and even speaking to you, I guess I honestly still look up to you, and I still have so many friends that were like, Briana, so she's the girl. She just so I'm just so thankful for title holders like you that do that you do, and I've done so much things, and I keep saying it quiet confidence because I feel like so many times that people think that every single title holder is someone who's extremely extroverted. So, although I don't know if you're extrovert, introvert, I'm not going to assume, but I just love the type of title holder that you are because I feel like you represent so many girls. And I'm so thankful that you hopped on here. If you guys have any questions for Briana, please comment down below. I can't wait to see you compete again. I'm so
Thank you. I was so excited to be on here because, when you're a pageant girl, like, it's not every day you get to talk about your experiences and what happened. So just having like this opportunity to talk to you and like uplift other girls and hopefully make them a bit more comfortable with comp, it's a blessing. So even if I am not competing this year, I love talking to girls, but everyone knows whatever happens next year, I will always be a part of pageantry. Whether I'm watching it, supporting, cheering someone on, I will always come to nationals and internationals every single year. And it is just something that has changed my life forever in the most positive way possible, because not only were they able to open my horizons and get me out of my shell from being this shy little girl to being a more extroverted, ambiverted person and being more confident in my skin, and even with the larger titles like Miss America, Miss USA, Miss Universe, you could just see the shift in comfortability and confidence, especially with girls wearing their natural hair out for nationals. Loved that. Okay, I loved it, especially when I saw Chesley for the first time, and I was starstruck. My jaw dropped when I saw her for the first time, and I was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And it was just a movement to be reckoned with. So I love how she was able to change lives with being comfortable in your own skin and being able to have the confidence to wear your natural hair to a pageant, because everyone knows before it was all about the big bouncy curls, the straight hair, but being able to wear your natural curls and just be confident in yourself is something that I wish I can fulfill her shoes one day. I loved everything that she was doing, and I loved the moment where Miss Teen USA, Miss USA, and Miss America were all together. That was
Best.
something for the books and history. Everybody knows it was an iconic moment. So it's big shoes to be filled, but everybody has something to give. So I hope that I was able to inspire and continue to inspire, whether it's through fashion, through music, or just through talking to someone face to face. But now I get to hopefully uplift and make people confident every day, because I have, I'm a working girl. I'm a working girl now. So the job that I have, I get to talk to students all the time. So it is something, it's a crazy life, but I love it. I hope that, people are just more open with themselves, and they continue to be themselves on and off stage, because that's what's important. Making sure that you let the world know who you are, and that's the best thing, because that's what the judges are looking for again. So I've actually told someone that before. They're like, what do I say? Like, what do I do during interview? I was like, they want to see who you are. Like, they want to know about you. They don't want to know about someone you can be or someone you can pretend to be. Because, it's really easy to want to please someone and make them happy, or tell them the words that they want to hear, especially through pageantry. So just having that moment to be vulnerable and show them who you really are and what you can bring to the table is the most beautiful part about pageantry, because now you're getting to show them who you are on a personal level. So that's the best part. That's why I don't think I could ever not be involved with pageantry, especially getting to meet beautiful souls and beautiful people like you and the girls. So I'm so excited. Again, I'm so excited to meet you guys and to see you guys again at Nationals. And it's so crazy how it's so close already. I feel like the year just started and it's about to end already.
And I don't understand. Like, I feel like I was literally crowned at least like a month ago.
Right.
It goes by really, really quick. I feel like in January and February, maybe even March, it's super slow. But once the summer tour hits, it's like super, super quick.
Yeah, it's a moment that goes by so fast, and I wish you could just slow it down and milk it, because it is so fun traveling and meeting new people. And I told my mom the first time I won in 2017, and 2018 hit, and my mom was like, you're about to give up your title soon. And I was like, what if I just don't show up? I'm not ready. I'm not ready to give up my title yet, for real. So I was like, what if I just don't go? You know? So it was, something I'm never ready for.
I'm getting ideas of not showing up to nationals. No, it's so sad. I mean, man, now I can see why, like, before I didn't understand why, like, girls that have, like, national titles, like, come back and compete. But now I can see, because I feel like a year is not enough. Like, yes, you get to impact so many people, but I feel like you just want, like, another year to do more stuff and just create more ideas.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, you're gonna do it again? I was like, no, no, because I kind of look at it as like a moment, like, okay, I've hit this mark in my life, I've made this goal, and I feel like this is the opportunity to go forward and try new things, or, go to a higher level. So I feel like it's like stairs. Every time you hit your mark, you're only going up from there. So I always tell my mom, I was like, the moment I reach my goal and I get this title that I've been working for, I want to take it up a notch and try something that's more difficult, something more challenging. So that's why I have never competed for the same title more than once. It's like, okay, I've done it, I've reached my goal, now I want this to be the chance for someone else to have the same opportunity that I've had.
I feel it was like, come back to them again. I'm like, guys, I literally won the title that I've been like dreaming of. But no, I most definitely agree with you about just like elevating yourself and also giving like other girls the opportunity to win the title that you kind of already have. So I agree. Oh my gosh, guys, Briana, you have been so inspirational, so kind, and honestly, just as a guest, I can't wait to follow your journey. And I know that everyone here is like, oh my gosh, Briana's going to Miss America. Yes, we're manifesting it. And I'm honestly just so honored to be speaking to you, someone that has impacted so many people's lives. And I cannot wait to see all of the amazing things that you do in pageantry, in singing, because you have a phenomenal voice.
Thank you.
So thankful that you took time out of your super busy schedule to be interviewed by me, because this has been like a month in the making, guys. So I'm very happy that this.
Yeah, I was super excited. I was like, okay, I know that this is like a big thing, and I am always so excited to be a part of it. So I always let people know, and this is something brand new. Nobody knew that I was going to be officially doing Miss America next year, but I also will be keeping people updated, whether it's about music or just my life or pageantry, because I am dropping a YouTube channel next month. So I will be going on the whole content creating journey as well, just, to inspire people as much as I can, whether it's about just being motivated on the daily life, or just exciting events that are going on. So all of that new news will be on a page that I have. It's called Simply Bree, with 2 Y's and 2 I's. So I keep everyone updated on everything: fashion, music, my new content creating journey that's about to start soon. So if you see me at nationals and internationals and I have a big old camera in my hand, it's because I'm currently recording for a YouTube channel. So if you guys see me, like, pop up in the camera and say hi, because I will be recording and filming everything while I come. So that will be a part of a vlog that is in the making for my new YouTube channel. So yeah, guys, we're doing stuff. We're trying new things.
Really chasing Briana to be. Oh my gosh, I'm honestly so like, I'm so excited for that. Oh my gosh, like growing up at NAM, watching the national title holders like vlogs or just state title holders, like that's what I thrived off of. And I would rewind until the pageant. So I know a lot of us, including myself, like I'm gonna be so excited to see that. I'm so excited. So much fun. But thank you so much, guys, for watching. Don't forget to follow Briana and support everything that she's going to be doing. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Her journey, as she will be getting that Miss America crown, because I'm manifesting. It happens. So thank you so much, and thank you to everyone that hopped on to watch. Talk to you guys soon.